Welcome everyone to the Young Innovators weekly live stream. And this week we will be talking about mentoring. What is mentoring? The value of mentoring. Now, HSC has recently finished, and we have many students entering high school, and many students reaching the end of their high school years. And when you look at teaching and learning, you will notice that some students will look at learning from their teachers. So they'll be being taught by teachers. They will be tutored by different tutors. They'll go for coaching as well. And through these different ways, they learn and improve on their studies. So now then, what is the use of mentoring? And to answer that question, I have with me Shafqat Ali. Shafqat, could you introduce yourself for everyone watching live?
I don't need to introduce, but anyway, my name is Shafqat Ali, and I'm a founder and president of Young Innovator Australia. And thank you for having me again.
So, Shafqat, I was talking about the value of mentoring for high school students. So we know students have teachers, tutors, coaches. So what is the value of a mentor for high school students?
You want to ask me why we need a mentor,
Yes.
and because the concept of mentor is normally used quite in the later part of the tertiary education, like the PhD students get the mentor or a supervisor. In the practical world, people like get mentor in a business, get mentor in their professional learning. But what I find it is pretty much applicable to high school students
Mm-hmm.
now. The reason is the what the change happened in the 21st century of learning is quite dramatically came from the teacher driven to a learner acquiring the skills to learn new things because the teacher is not a source of information anymore. The tutoring and coaching really works for the average student when they want to just focus on their studies and they want to upgrade their marks.
Yeah.
But nowadays, because of the access to the YouTube and Google, students want find when they're browsing, they find new kind of learning areas, especially the STEM learning when you talk about,
Mm-hmm.
which are not normally you can't learn. For example, put it this way: if I want to learn YouTube streaming, I want to learn graphics animation. There are not many schools offer these subject in
Yeah.
there. So those students, where they gonna learn? They just go there and on YouTube or Google and just start learning. No, because the challenge in that is they don't know where to start
Yeah.
to follow. They can do haphazardly, and
Mm-hmm.
also after certain time, they don't know what to do next.
Yeah.
So that's where they need a mentor.
Mm-hmm. So a mentor would do what for them exactly, though? So you told me that they don't know what to do next. So would a mentor then tell them where to go next?
I think
Or
if
yeah,
I just show you our young innovators mentor model,
yep,
that'd be easier to follow.
yep,
Put it this, like we have club members, and they are my mentees. They are about 15 of them. So how we mentor them? They are all independent, passionate learning to a certain area. Like we have a Jan with us today as well. He's very much passionate. He started with the coding, and we've been mentoring him, and now he's gone uh, to the robotics,
yep.
and also along the side, he's also learning a few other things as well. So when he started a few years ago with us, so what? How did we sign him up? He just we met him in a class, coding
Mm-hmm.
class, and we found he's quite good with it. Same, we have Ashman with us as well, who similar story. But after we found we his talent, naturally we approach the family when they just in the we say, look, this guy can do very well, but he need to be nurtured. So the workshop we run is only 2 3 days in a school holidays. It's not enough. He need to be on a weekly basis. He need to be mentored. So we signed him up through a small form. We fill it up, get his all the details, its interest, and also we after that we made a small WhatsApp group with the parents, with the mom and dad and the mentor. They are part of the group for the communication purpose.
Yeah.
And along the side, we also created his profile in our Google database, so where we record what he's up to now. Then on a weekly basis, we have a session where on a weekend he comes up, and we look at. We started with the coding he was doing it. We give him resources. Means we signed him up the
Yeah.
website where he can learn further, and we saw his previous projects and gave him the next level. Means he started the storytelling, then we say, look, you go on game programming,
Yeah.
and now he has access to the mentor through email and chat, and through if he needs to communicate urgently, he can just communicate through his mom and dad's WhatsApp through that group.
So yeah,
Yeah.
in this process, then what you did was that you guided him, and you didn't directly teach him, but you told him what he needed to know next,
Yeah,
where
that's
he needs to go next.
that
Yep.
teaching part is taken away by the videos, and there's a very structured. You can find Udemy, you can find YouTube, you can find Google, and they're the best thing there. The difference between the difference that mentor brings in, he done all those things. He knows what's the best resource for him
Yep.
as per his need, age, and interest. So he just makes the learning path for them, so this way, they just follow it along.
So
And the
going,
second thing
yeah.
mentor does is so first step is engage with the learner to look at the need. The second is set up the environment. That's the second E we do. And when he comes a weekly, he start with the challenges he had. He become a bit of sometimes lazy, or but he has a difficulty to doing something because the software, what video is showing is not. That's where he just steer him a little,
Yep. Yep.
give me an alternate of it, or maybe sometime we connect with another guy who's doing similar thing, but he has found solution, or we change the course sometime as well. And along with that, the best thing mentor does, he encourage them through rewards, through the rewards through parents, sometimes rewards through badges. We have a lot of reward system to do it, and show them also we show them to videos of other students who've done similar thing,
Yeah.
or we also
So
encourage.
a
Yeah.
couple things you've mentioned there. One is that although we have teaching, especially nowadays, we
Yeah.
have YouTube, Udemy, different ways students can learn. And that's one thing you've mentioned. And because of that, the value of teaching hasn't gone down, but the accessibility of students to information has increased dramatically to the
Absolutely.
point where they can learn in many different ways. Now, although we have an abundance of learning, there is a lack of guidance, and that's where mentoring comes in, correct?
Absolutely. So the mentor
Yeah.
is a 10% teaching, okay,
Yeah.
and about 50% is guidance, and the rest of the 40% is all about setting up the environment. It's
Yeah.
like a holistic approach. Sometimes we just, as I said, we look at holistically, because our because it's designed for independent learners. So we just want to make sure, because no one is forcing them
So
to learn.
independent high school learners, is that who mentoring
Yeah,
is ideal
yeah,
for?
yeah.
Okay,
Ideal for, yeah.
got it.
It's designed for the primary needs to be somebody need to be on.
With them. But
Yeah,
for high schoolers, they become more independent, and anyone who's excelling in class and wants to focus on their passions, they can try and use mentoring as a way to guide themselves forward.
yeah.
Understand. Now, we do have Ayan Ali with us as well, and he is also from the Young Innovators Australia. Now, Shafqat, I'd like to have you quickly ask him a question. That way he can tell us what his experience is, because you'll know what's the right questions to
Yeah,
ask.
we just
And
I just brought him here so
yeah,
people can get the idea how is his journey been to that. And time to time we'll bring other mentees as well, because this is something new. We spent about invested about 5 years research how the mentoring work. We're also doing this teaching training program as
yeah,
well for other for the gifted students, how the teachers can help them to excel whatever their passion is. It can be even in the subject areas or science or other things as well, or English and math. But how we can not stopping them and keeping them with the class rather than we give them the freedom to go further. So now I'm just introducing Jan. Welcome, Jan. Thank you for joining. And I just want to ask you to share your experience so far with the Young and Middle Australia being a mentee.
Hi everybody, I'm Ayan Ali. Yeah. Okay, so my experience with Young Innovators has been very good. It's been beautiful. I've enjoyed it so far. The team at Young Innovators Australia is very friendly and open. The workshops are very beneficial, and I started doing the workshops from the start, the coding. After that, I wanted to advance, so I did robotics. After the robotics, I enjoyed it. I came back a few more times. After that, I was offered a seat in the club. I took that offer and now I'm here enjoying stuff, have new friends, the team, everything. Yeah.
Thank you, Ian. So the idea is, like for example, when he joined, we didn't have any intention to put him on robotics. His journey made him along the side. He enjoyed to interacting with the other like-minded kids. So he said, "I want to join a club so I get more interaction." In that, by joining a club, he now enjoys a lot of other learnings. Like he learned Google for Studies because he found it helps him to Excel. He learned a digital portfolio where he made his own website. So these are these things which is kids do based on. We didn't plan it. He decided. He planned it. Our job is to steer him, help him, support
Yep.
him, encourage him.
And that's
So
what
that's
your
the
job.
mentor does.
And okay, so that's what your job as a mentor does. Now, other than that, I think that pretty much covers
Yeah, that's
everything for
about it. Yeah.
mentoring. And I appreciate both Shafqat and Ayan for coming and explaining to everyone the value for mentoring, especially for high school students, and why we need mentoring, especially now in this current era where teaching is very abundant for kids and where resource and learning is abundant. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you
Yeah,
people online.
just one message I want
Yeah,
to just
yes,
thanks
I
for
guess.
allowing me to that is so if your kid has some sort of talent or something you think or even you don't know what's their talent, so please approach us, please tell us, and we can do assessment for you. And we have a program very much flexible. You our mission is to bring the innovation in our children, in our youth. So our program is very much flexible from weekly to fortnightly, once a session. You can pick 15-minute session to half an hour. We now also do online as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we are based in Campbelltown. For the induction, sometimes we really encourage to come on face to face, but we do support online as well, and we use quite a number of online technologies to make the learning happen. So, and it's, as I said, it's a flexible. At the moment, our sessions mostly happen on Saturdays, so it's not an issue that weekdays students get a lot of pressure. So that's about it. So I mean, as long as your kids want to learn something, we have the capacity to deliver
All
and
right.
support.
So thank you everyone for coming.
Mhm.
And once again, just like the Facebook page, that way you're updated with live streams such as this one. And I'd like to thank our sponsors such as the Nidus Group, the Gift Store, G Tech Solutions, and HDK Cabling Solutions. If you'd like to learn more about them, we actually spoke about them in our previous live streams as well and the value to everyone here. And thank you for coming.